Alright, hello there. I am Papa01 and this is AOS Virtual Progressive 2, Show 9A. How's everyone doing? We're finna do the second fifth spot chance qualifier for the absolute division. Let's go and set up the match. Now, the reason that I keep on going in and out the game when I get done with the recording of the videos with the qualifiers because I keep on, let's show it, on your device care or basically the matter that's what it's called on here, but on my device, but no matter what phone you got, I I guess it is under. Let me see, because instead of this guessing, I can just show you real quick. Is under battery, yeah. So battery and device care. So storage and memory. See those two, and that's how you see this right here. Like I keep on clearing that, and what that does is like it doesn't necessarily refresh all the apps, but basically makes you go to the starting point for each and every app that you're on or whatever like that. So that's what that does. And I do that for like I want to have no problems with like the processing power or quality of using the app. So I do that while it's going out. No matter if it's this old phone or the new phone. And like my memory on my phone is 4 gigabytes, and it's just the processing power, I believe, or something like that. I don't know. Basically, just guessing right now. Did I do that last one with the big? Oh, crap. I probably did it with the wrong. Oh, well. That's on me. No, because I'm supposed to have them at a certain freaking location or whatever, like the Tokyo Dome. And I don't think I did that with the previous one. I probably even noticed it. Let's see. We can see if I did that correctly. I don't think it really matters, but like you can notice the difference though, at the very least. Like, let's see. Go here. No, because it should show you right there, up there at the top. Yeah, it was in the dojo. Yeah, so that's on me. It really don't really matter. So not too much. But not matter. So like if I mess that up, it's not really gonna be too big of a deal to me anyway. Alright, let's get the other people on here. Still one other person. Alright. Let's show you the rules in English. And the way I know which arena I should be having them on is right here. Because, like, I was good. Instead of creating the show, I made it look like I was creating a show, but that was just so I could get the arenas on here and know exactly which ones for which show. So, you see right here, show A's are for the Tokyo Dome without the bridge, without the ramp. And then show B's for the dojo, show C's are for the AKI, um, the AKI building or whatever arena, and this is for the stadium. The pay per view is for the stadium, and then all of the absolute divisions for the Tokyo Dome with the ramp because there's not one match where you cannot win by false count anywhere. All the matches from fist by chance qualifier all the way up to title match. That's the only division on here or championship on here where it has false count anywhere. Yeah. All right, let's go to the match rules. All right, I'll just leave on here for a few seconds. Alright, now let's go with that. So we got 5 minutes. Pitfalls take off, TKOs take off, quick matches take off, top decisions take off, experiences take off, no stoppage, rope breakers take off, give up is take on, don't fall anywhere, things look correct, and move right along, shows the highest difficulty, and we can get started. And the thing I was talking about earlier with clearing the memory on the phone and stuff like that, I also do that for another reason because like some of my videos in the past, like I'll be recording them, and then for whatever reason the video will like stop mid recording or whatever like that, and I don't even know it happened. So like I'll have to just. That's why you see me always screenshotting who won after like these qualifiers are over with, or even after like ranking matches are over with. I always like screenshot the results for like I know who won either the tournament or league, or know who won the ranking match or no more contenders match or even the title match, because it used to do that sometimes. Like I'll be in the middle of recording and I don't even know that it stopped, because usually the little bubble is hidden. That's for like letting you know you're still recorded. That's what the little bubble's for. It lets you know it's still recorded. If you're not recorded, it looks like that. It looks that size. But when we're always recorded, it hides and stuff like that, as you see right there. Yeah, so that happened to me a couple videos in the past. So like that's why I'm always clearing the memory for the processing power, also for just the functioning of the phones, because memory goes with the functioning of the phone, make the the phone run smoother and stuff like that. So that should have been what I said in the first place. I don't know shit if it has anything to do with processing power, but it has to do with making everything run smoother. The memory, the lower it is, the smoother it'll run. Cause like this phone is 4 GB for the memory, which is good for a phone. You know, I think a couple of my old phones were the the old stylo, like that cheap stylo looking phone. You know, the little plastic. All of them have plastic on them or whatever like that. But you know, like the extra thin looking stylo phone. That little clear back case or whatever like that. Stylo looking phone, or phone case or whatever. I should say phone case. Like the back of the phone was clear or whatever, but the whole phone was not clear but white or whatever. And like that phone was so fragile. Like I dropped that before with a case, and like it still ended up cracking up the screen, like the actual phone screen, even though the screen protector was on it. No, that's not true, because I think that phone I took the screen protector off of it. Yeah, I'm talking. This match may be over, and it actually is. Congrats, you beat K Wilder. You know, which is not shocking at all. But I'm just saying, like that's one of the, like top AIs on this game. I'm not sure if he destroyed him or not, but like shit, he beat him, you know. So let's just assume that's what happened. That's the good for him will be in the finals. On or Onate. I do not know how to pronounce some of these people's names. Asushi, Asushi Onate. Why am I watching their memory interests? But yeah, that's the thing with that stuff. So like, I always keep that on there for like the apps run smoothly and function correctly, and also just trying to prevent the videos from stopping prematurely. Because if you notice, sometimes while I do the talking and stuff like that, the videos last for like 40 minutes or an hour. Could never do that in the past because the videos have been messed up on me while trying to record it. While trying to record them. So, yeah. So I'm grateful for all of that. I don't know. Like, after we get done with these qualifiers, or we'll probably take a break and instead of doing the third qualifier, I'll probably do a recording with the, what's it called? The, Custom Robo V2. I'll probably do the next part of that because that's another reason I still use the OFO. Because the main reason is virtual pro wrestling. I mean, not virtual pro wrestling too. Well, yeah, kind of virtual pro wrestling too, but I think I could with the smart switch everything I have on this phone over. I'm talking about on the actual game or wherever like that, and put it on the new phone. But the main reason is because my new phone is not compatible with this phone or whatever like that. I mean, my new phone is not compatible with the Ether um, PS2 emulator. Yeah, that PS2 emulator is not compatible with the new phone, so that's another reason I'm still using the old phone. I don't know why, but it just is what it is. So that's the actual main reason why I can't, you know, part with this phone. And I wouldn't want to part with it anyway, because my phone wasn't the reason that I got the new phone. My This phone, which is my old phone, was not broken. It was somebody else's phone who was part of the plan. Their phone got broken, and then we all ended up having to get new phones or whatever like that. So like, I was like, I'm paying the bill. Like, do I need to get a new phone? Congrats to Magnum Tokyo. You know, like, do I have to get a new phone? Like, yeah, in order to do the plan or whatever like that, or keep the like, they tell me I need to get a new phone, but then it was like, your new phone is basically just like your old phone. It's just a newer version of it with a few more things on it. I was like, oh man, that I always hate that shit. Like yo, if the new phone is supposedly better, let it be all the way better. Why still have the same amount of everything though? You know, like that's my thing. Like if it actually is better, don't tell me about all the bells and whistles with all the new features on the goddamn device. I want to actually have more shit. You know, fuck all that shit that I'm probably not going to use on the phone already. I already used my phone to full capacity to begin with. I don't need all that other shit they put on the phone. Give me more memory space then. You know, why still at 64? But that's a better phone. That's a better phone. It's still got the same amount of memory space, which is four, I think, right? And how come it still has the same amount of storage space, which is 64? Why it can't be 128? If it's actually better, it should be going up in those sort of things. Shit that matters with your phone. Not just, like, oh, we got some new features and shit like that. Because, like, some of the other people who's part of my plan, or my family members and stuff like that, they get the, Moto G, or I forget what it's called or whatever like that. But their phones have some stupid ass features on it, like you shake it and you shake the phone and like a flashlight or some shit comes on, or I don't know, some weird ass shit where like if you shake the screen or something, either a flashlight or this or that. What happened with the phone? I was like, bro, how hard is it to freaking do this and then press the flashlight button? And like, even if the flashlight button is not right there, you go down again and you can search for it, or you could freaking, you can customize it and stuff like that. See, you can freaking add stuff to it. But it is what it is for all that. Enjoy the finals. I'm not going to talk good at the finals or like that. But like, that's how I ended up getting a new phone, and that's how this became my old phone. And yeah, I've been on what's it called, the apkpure.com, and like I try to like I was able to download the app, so I have the app on download or wherever like that. So let me see. Oh wait, that'll be on the SD card. That's my bad. So I had the app downloaded, and that's also on the new phone as well. It's downloaded or wherever. But like, I cannot for the life of me figure out how to make it compatible with the new phone, because like the APK Pure website, I used that website for one reason alone. The original reason was because I saw somebody use it for like an app that wouldn't they couldn't find on the Google Play Store, because either they took it down or it's not in your country, so you can't download it from the Google Play Store. And I was like, well, if it's doing that, I wonder if you could do that with apps that got taken down that was once on the Play Store, but they gotta be offline apps. If they're online apps and they got taken down from like the Play Store or the App Store, the iTunes, or wherever the heck you have with your device, and it's an online app, 9 times out of 10, unless the server or whatever the heck it's supposed to be used with is still up, that's the only way you can use that app. If the server's down, you can't use the app no more. Like, what's it called? Freaking Smash Supreme, if anybody ever heard that game. You can't play that no more because the server is no longer exists. And that's an online game. The same thing with, um, what's it called? Taekwondo Global Tournament. You can't play that no more. Yeah, I can't even. But the thing is, it's not just an online game. That's the main feature I like about it, is online. But the offline is actually pretty, you know, competitive too, with the little tournaments you go through and you can sign up to do and stuff like that. And reason I bring the what's the name is not pay to win, but it's level up to win. The Smash Supreme is level up to win because you get the design wherever your deck is with your cards and stuff, and it's plays similar to what's it called, the Marvel Champions or whatever the freak that's called, that app game or whatever like that, that fighting game or whatever like that. um Except for, to me, it's better than that because one, you have limited block. So like if you block, and it can last for a little while. But like once you block, the block has to recharge, and like it's not just like tap the screen or whatever like that, and you fight them or whatever like that, or you attack them. But what you do on that one is it's like you have cards that you pick out and stuff like that. Each of them have like different like moves and stuff on them and stuff like that. So when you pick them or whatever like that, it'll make your character either move towards or away from them to attack them and stuff like that. And you also have a finisher, but it don't automatically, like your super, I should say. You have one, but it don't automatically land and stuff. It's a pretty interesting game, to say the least. But like you get to pick your move set, and I think you get to have like 5 or 6 cards or something. Probably a little bit less than that. Also, your cards are random. So like after you like use one card, it's random what card is gonna replace that card after you use it and stuff like that. It was actually a pretty well made game, but like it started to get like not pay to win, but like I was saying earlier, level up to win, because like as you level up, your character gets more health, which I always hate in games and stuff like that because, well, no, I can't say that. I don't mind leveling up as you go higher in action combat games and stuff like that. The action, well, I don't really call them RPGs, but like the games that like have a level up system with the RPGs and stuff and your action combat. I don't mind leveling up in health, but I don't like the fact that you can level up your abilities and moves and attacks and stuff like that, your gear and weapons and stuff like that. The reason I don't like that is because like it's it's artificial cool difficulty or artificial leveling up, which doesn't make freaking sense at all. Like light armor should not be as strong as freaking heavy armor. You know, like something that makes you move slow because the armor is so heavy, but it gives you more protection. That's why you're moving slower. You should be able to be like, well, this armor, even though I move slower with it, I can't. That was the benefit. Heavy armor made you move slower, but it gave you more protection. Light armor, you should be able to move fast as heck with light armor, but also still be able to take the same hits you could if you was wearing heavy armor. And the same thing goes for like your attacks. Like, let's take for example boxing. Like, there should be more than one type of jab, as there is in actual boxing. You know, you should have the regular jab, you should have the quick jab, the stiff jab, the power jab, the hitman jab, the hitman Hearns jab, or whatever like that, and like all sorts of jabs and stuff like that. I think there's something called a jab upper, as in like it's a jab, but you throw it out similar to an uppercut, so like you could like duck low with it and you'll throw it out like an uppercut, or you can be standing straight up and like you'll make it look like you're finna jab to the body, but it's a jab upper because it's actually targeting the head instead of the body. There's all sorts of variations of it, but like you should be able to just have like the normal attack or the normal jab be as strong as a power jab because it's a normal jab. Like, yeah, does that probably matter like with the size of somebody? Because like, yeah, a heavyweight's normal jab will feel the same amount of strength as somebody who's several weight classes smaller than them normal jab and stuff like that. But that's not what I'm trying to get at. I try to get at like health being leveled up is health being leveled up because like to me like online games, especially with the MMOs and stuff like that, like I don't mind leveling up health because like the more health characters have or whatever or players have, the longer the battles will be. Cause like the main thing is the actual combat any good? Cause if the combat is any good, why level up the attack power and abilities of characters? Just give them more options. That's all you have to do. Like you got your normal fireball that does whatever, and then you got your charged fireball that does more damage. Or you got the rapid fire fireball that shoots multiple of them at the same time. Or you have the one that shoots fireballs but it comes out almost like a shotgun, as it like it has a spray as it shoots two or three fireballs at once instead of just the one. Or you got the giant fireball that you can shoot, but the thing is with the giant fireball, because it's a larger fireball, it does less damage on impact. Or you can have like something that's similar to like a sniping fireball that shoots out quickly, but it doesn't do as much damage, but it can travel quicker and faster and you can hit people from a greater distance because everybody knows you could most of the time dodge the fireball, the little regular fireball. So like that's what I'm talking about. Like have variations of the move that you can use, and you pick and choose which one you want, versus just this normal fireball. Like, cause think about think about it like this. Let's say you're going, and it don't have to be PvP, but let's say you're going against an AI, right? And the AI has the ability to dodge your fireball. I don't even know. Like, let's say he could teleport, so he could teleport. So like, your fireball is getting to him, but like by the time it gets to him, he knows to teleport and stuff like that. Well, if you had a fireball that, if you know the distance in which he's teleport, all right, let's let's say you use the fireball that comes out with three fireballs and they're right next to each other and it shoots like a shotgun or whatever like that. If you know, like, if you're angling and you know the distance of how far away he can teleport per teleport, you can shoot the fireball and the one in the middle won't hit him, but if he teleports to the left or to the right, that fireball is more likely going to hit him because he's still in the range of your attack or whatever like that. Because it spreads. Because it's three fireballs instead of one. You know? Or let's say he's too fast of a character and you can't really hit him. Now, you wouldn't want to go speed for speed with somebody's moving around and stuff like that, but instead you can use that type of fireball that shoots three of them at a time. Or you can use the rapid fire one, or you could go with the giant fireball, and that way you could cut him off because the giant fireball, as fast as you are, you're not getting around the fireball, so you have to like go in the opposite direction of the fireball. And same thing with rapid fire. Unless you get there before the rapid fire gets near you, you have to move in the opposite direction or jump over it, and then you're vulnerable again. Like, new variations of attacks is better than just making the same attack stronger. Because what's the point of making an attack stronger if it does nothing for you to increase your chances of making the attack available and stuff like that? Does that mean the normal fireball becomes obsolete? Yeah, in certain situations, of course. A regular attack does become obsolete in certain situations. That's why you have variation. That's why you upgrade and get better ones and stuff like that. That's what upgrade should be, or that's what leveling up should be. You get new ways of using an attack instead of just having the same way and just making it overpowered just to be overpowered and stuff like that. Because if you can't hit them with it at the strength or damage it is right now, why the fuck should you be able to hit it done with it once it becomes stronger and stuff like that? That makes zero sense. So if it took you 1 minute to hit one fireball, that means it's still gonna take you, no matter how strong the fireball attack gets with the damage, it's still gonna take you that amount of time. It's just that you're gonna have to hit them less times with the fireball. But if it takes you 1 minute to hit somebody with a fireball, and like you got the fireball to the strength, or like it takes three of them to end somebody, that means it'll take you 3 minutes in that match. And if that match, or wherever the heck it is, it's not within 4 minutes or just over 3 minutes, you lose because it's gonna still take you a minute to hit each of the fireball attacks on the person. Something like that. Whereas variations and stuff like that, you could freaking like, keep the opponent guessing, and like you don't know exactly what the heck they're using and stuff. So that's why I think. And also, like, I think with like MMOs with the leveling up with just health only, the reason I would like something like that to be in an MMO where you just level up health and then like level up as far as ability, stuff like that, you just get more variations of everything and stuff like that, is because like not only do you make the matches go on longer, but look, but think about that, right? somebody who's like a level 5 or level 10, if he takes on like 5 or 6 like characters who are like way lower level than them, he has the advantage because he has the advantage of having more health, and he has more abilities and stuff like that. He has different attacks that they probably even seen before because they're newer than him, and also he's a higher level. But that doesn't also mean he should just be doing crazy amount of damage to them, because like where they equal at, his health matches all their health combined, but he has experience over them, so that's one advantage, and he has a higher he has a lot more with his move set than them, and also he has abilities and attacks and stuff like that and skills that they never even seen before. And more likely, if there's armor and weapons in the game, that's higher than their shit too. They got the weak started armor, and he has better armor and better weapons than them and stuff like that as well. So like, that's how I be trying to see stuff and whatnot, you know. And like, yeah, there should be variations of everything. And like, yeah, they have armors come with like, certain like enhancement or skills and stuff like that. But like for the most part, light armor shouldn't have a whole bunch of damage resistance. Like it should be able to either deteriorate at a certain degree, depending on how light it is, or you should still be able to feel damage when you get hit with certain stuff, you know, with certain type of attacks, depending on what type of armor it is. Well, or it should like you can have light armor that's strong and durable, but it shouldn't be as strong or durable as heavy armor, basically. Oh shit, my bad. I was supposed to do all that bullshit ranting at the end of the video. All right, let's let's continue. Here go the finals. I'm sorry about that. I just started talking and I couldn't stop. Oh, he needs to hit this finisher to win this match. Oh no, it's over. He should have went for his front grapple. I think his front grapple is the Ace Crusher. If he had like 30 seconds left instead of 15 seconds left, I think he would have won the match. But like he already took too much damage. But you know, good on him for at least attempting to make the comeback. You know, because a lot of people, once the match is basically over with, they have no chance of making the comeback for victory. Asushi Onata, congrats to him. He will be part of the fifth spot chance. Oh, well, I can always screenshot it later and stuff like that. That's on me, man. I forgot. Oh, that's on me. And sorry again about the ranting during the about the other stuff with the game and stuff. Yeah, but that's just stuff I'd be thinking about. Like if I were to create a freaking MMO action combat game with you know, with the melee combat and stuff like that, with magic and spells and stuff like that. MMORPG, well, I wouldn't even say MMORPG because like as far as like story and shit like that, I know I wouldn't be able to really like do anything with that sort of stuff. As far as like the story, because like that's the story. RPGs are usually the story where like you have options for dialogue and stuff like that. Like the story could go in multiple directions with everything, because like the RP stands for role playing and stuff like that, and like you know, and all that other crap. Like, and as far as like, cause like leveling up and shit like that, I don't understand that with like the artificial shit with just making attacks more stronger, whereas fake and making it more stronger. I get that with like certain turn-based games and stuff like that, but I still just don't like it. You know, like with the what was it called? Paper Mario. I like that RPG system as far as like the combat and stuff with that turn-based and stuff like that. I like ones that make sense, but like Pokemon never really made sense to me. Like, how the fuck is it now? Like, how many Pokemon games have they made now? And I think you still only get. Do you still only get four attacks? I mean, or four abilities that you can use on the game and shit like that with the newest Pokemon games and stuff like that. This shit never made sense to me. Like, as many different attacks as you saw on the cartoons with Pikachu and everybody else, why you only get four attacks? Why, bro? And even though Leaf Green was my favorite game and shit like that, I never understood why you need to trade Pokemon with somebody or this or that to like level up certain types of Pokemon and shit like that. That shit never made sense to me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I know that like certain Pokemon, like you need to find like certain type of stones and stuff like that if you want to level them up to the next type of Pokemon and this, that, and the other. And like certain Pokemon is random with their next ability or attack was. So like if you level up a Pokemon too early, you miss out on having certain type of abilities, which is dumb. To me, at the end of the day, you should be able to decide which Pokemon attacks you have after a while and shit like that. But like I understood that like with the Game Boy Advance stuff like that, you only have so many buttons and stuff like that. So like they choose like certain stuff, but like you could just have you can have a lot of different like attacks and abilities for your Pokemon or whatever like that, or a lot of different type of moves that you can use with your Pokemon, because there's you could just have the Pokemon game. Why didn't you just have the Pokemon game set up like the menu button is, or like the start button set up. Like when you press start button, you see all your options and shit. Why is it the Pokemon text not set up like that? Like, oh, you press you press A or B or one to C, or these two C buttons or whatever like that to decide which attack you want to use. Why can't I just go throughout a list? Because like and just select from the list or whatever like that instead of having to press like a certain button to do a certain attack and stuff like that, which didn't make sense at all for a turn-based game to begin with. You know, I'm not even finna talk about that shit, but like, yeah, I just didn't like the fact that Pokemon never changed at all, and then it just remained the same, and like, it's trash, man. And I hate that I never realized at the start that it was trash. I guess it was just that I grew up on a Pokemon cartoon, so I just didn't mind trying out the games. But they got certain people out there who are making their own fan-made Pokemon games, but they actually have action combat with them moving around and doing attacks and stuff like that. But Pokemon is still kind of iffy with all that shit anyway. With like type disadvantage and advantage and shit like that with the type weakness and strength and whatever. There's something called kindred fates, as in I'll just type it out on the phone or whatever like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the name of the game. Kindred Fates. And like it's actually pretty good because they also have types for their creatures on their game as well, except for their shit is done based off of combat period. As in like there's not necessarily type disadvantage as in like because you're using a fire type, the grass type will get more damage. No, the way they go is like all Pokemon will be able to hurt each other equally and stuff like that. But like there's still a slight type disadvantage because like you have certain type of Pokemon that are rush down, and then you have other Pokemon that use like this is like their fighting style or where their moves come from and stuff like that. But like it doesn't. If I had the freaking SD card on his phone, I can explain it better. But basically, it's not type disadvantage no more, but it is style disadvantage, as in like fight style disadvantage. Like, let's say, like for example, like, well, they think of fighting games and stuff like that. You got the rushdown characters, or their weakness is the grapplers, because the grapplers can use command grabs that allow them to attack even though they're getting hit. So they can still grab you even though they're getting hit. And then like the projectile or range attack people or whatever like that. The projectile based characters or stuff like that. They're good against grapplers because all they have to do is create distance and attack from a distance, and the grappler can never get in to touch them. They gotta be close in order to be effective with their best moves and stuff like that. And then rush down, they're good against the projectile based character because their their whole point of fighting is to get in your face and attack you, and that means like a range attack opponents are weak against them because they do their best damage with projectiles, and you don't got the time to fire off a projectile and somebody's always in your face and stuff like that. So that sort of thing. However, all right, I've gone on and on about all that stuff, and this video has already gone 46 minutes. Next one will be the Absolute Divisions qualifier number 2, Fish Spot Chance qualifier number 3. My bad, not 2. And yeah, once again, congrats to Onata. He won, And congrats again to him. He will be moving on to the fifth spot chance. I forgot to do the screenshot because I accidentally pressed A when I was supposed to be doing the screenshot. All right, later.